Hi. As we saw in the previous part, where we compared capabilities of ChatGPT and OpenAI, I'm going to resume from uh, where we stopped by using a typical dataset, and I'm going to compare both capabilities of ChatGPT and BARD to give me a summary of my dataset. A short reminder: BARD is a Google developed chatbot. Uh, it is accessed using bird.google.com, while ChatGPT was developed by OpenAI. It is accessed using chat.openai.com. Both the companies, both OpenAI and Google, are American-based companies from USA. I'm going to use these these this fake generated dataset and uh, ask Bird and ChatGPT uh, to summarize my dataset. I want to see their capabilities and their suggestion on how to go about it. I'm going to select a column by column. This is my dataset contains more than 1900 rows. I'm going to ask I'm going to ask ChatGPT to summarize this summarize summarize this data set for me. I want to know how does GPT approach this data set. It is remember it has more than 1900 rows. The data set let me ask the same summarize this data set for me, asking BART. Let me see. ChatGPT says the dataset contains a total of 375 numbers. The minimum value is uh, first. My dataset, it does not contain only 375. It has more than 119. It has, let me select it for you. It has 1976, while ChatGPT, it says that my dataset contains um, only 375, which is wrong. My dataset does not contain only these observation. Let me see for bird. This means ChatGPT has a kind of limitation. There is a certain law where it stops to evaluate my dataset. It says the minimum value is 3. As you can see, let me arrange my dataset from smallest to largest. Uh, it it is obvious that ChatGPT is okay, is right about that. The maximum value is 2757. Let me see. Yes, yes. The dataset is not sorted in any particular order. It's correct. Some notable numbers in the dataset include please note that without further context or information, it is difficult to provide a more detailed analysis or interpretation of the dataset. This ChatGPT response is correct. The only issue with it, ChatGPT has lied on my dataset. My dataset contains more than 1900 rows, 1900 observation. Let me check if Bird has discovered that that component. It says here is a summary of the dataset. The dataset contains 500 rows and 10 columns. Oh, this is a typical lie. I don't I didn't give such dataset to Bird. says that it has more than 2,500 rows and 10 columns. There's nothing like that which I have given to BARD. It says ID, a unique identifier. Date, there is no date. This is bad. It is worsening my my case. There's no grocery, there's nothing. Um um somehow, huh, I don't like this. I don't like this. What are my spending habits? No, you lie. You lie. I want you to interpret this data for me. The following data for me. Following data for me. Let me paste it again. I I didn't copy it. Let me copy it and paste it here. Let me check if it has anything to say on my dataset. Okay. The data you provided is not enough for me to interpret. Can you please provide more information? Um, I want you to check. I want you to check if there is any duplicates in the provided data. Is there any duplicate? Sure, I can help you check for duplicate in the provided data. First, I need to know what data are you referring to. No, to check duplicate, there's no need to know the context. I don't know. BARD is deceiving me at this point. I don't know why. But let me ask ChatGPT: is there any duplicate in the provided data? Let me check the response. Yes, there are duplicates in the provided data. Which ones? It says there are duplicates in the provided data without showing me which ones. Let me ask it. Which ones? Apologies for the confusion, but I don't have. If you write that a duplicate in a specific, they are confusing me. Is there? Is there any duplicates in the foreign data? Let me check. To check for duplicates in the given data, you can compare the number of with total number of elements. It is, in this case, there are 3 unique elements in the given data. Since the total number of elements is 3, it means that there are no duplicates. At least, though ChatGPT is lying me, the total number I provided is 1976, but it says there's no duplicates. At least it's one hint. Let me ask the same to BARD. Is there any duplicate in the following data? Let me ask it. Let me check the response. I want to see if BARD will understand my query and respond it accordingly. Let me see. Yes, there are duplicates in data provided. The number 27 56 27 33. Let me check. My data set is here. 27. It says 27 56. Let me select only 27 56. 27 56 to see if there is no duplicate here. I don't know where BARD has gotten that D. And 27 33. 27 33. There is no duplicate in there. BARD BARD is 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 driving me crazy. How can you check for duplicates using R? Let me check it can give me code to use in R. Using R, I want code to use in R to check for duplicate. Okay, I have it. You first excuse me, you first use you name your list, you assign your list to an object you find for duplicates. Let me do the same. I know this my dataset. I know where to find duplicates. I have here a whole list, and this list, let me go to R. I have opened my R here. Let me paste my whole list here. Excuse me. Okay. I want to first, I'm going to paste my whole list here. I'm going to transpose my list for Excel user. This is how we transpose our my data set to be able to assign it in R. Okay. After doing it, or to cut it short, let me delete these other things. Let me delete these. This is huge. Let me delete all these. I'm going to delete these. I'm going to assign. First I need to find I'm going to find in the selection, I find whole space. I'll replace it by comma. Replace or sorry. Okay, I am going to create a list here to be able to find to find a list to use while checking for duplicate. I know how to do it, but I want to see if these chatbots can correctly guide me to do so. Let me use it. My observation should be in quotes, double quotes. I'm going to replace them. Excuse me, I should have started with female. Let me start with female, then here double quotes female. I use double quotes female. Okay, then I use I'm going to check for male. And move this FE. Okay. I have my list here. I'm going to assign gender here, then equal to C bracket, and I close here. Then I have my where is mail? Is it sorry, my mail here did not get into quote. I do it manually. I'm going to do it manually. Excuse me for delay. Okay, mail. What's wrong? Okay, okay, it's now done. It's now done. Let me first remove my output should be in console. I have my object as gender. As you see, my gender look like this one. I'm going to find duplicates as suggested by BARD. I think duplicate could not find function duplicate. BARD has duplicated, not duplicate. Let me use duplicated. This is the code suggested by BARD. You see, there is this duplicate. Wherever I find true, I will have to assume it to be duplicated. Let me sum all my duplicates. I see I have 8 duplicates. The first male is not duplicate, but the next male is duplicate. 1 2 3 4 5. For female, this is not duplicate. 1 1 2. I have roughly like 8 duplicates, but it seems that this function works correctly. Let me ask this question to ChatGPT and see the ChatGPT suggestion. Let me see. In error, okay, it suggests the same. If it suggests the same, I'm not going to repeat it. But there's an addition. Any deprecated. Let me use this function. Any deprecated using gender. I want to see the result of this function. Okay. This n deprecated is another value because it shows me the number of those deprecated values, and which is correct. My all deprecated values are 2. It is male and female. Let me add Birasa here to check. Let me add Birasa here to check if it will increase the number of deprecated. Let me see. Deprecated value will remain 2 because Birasa is not deprecated. Let me add another Birasa here to check if it will increase. This is weird. Because this Birasa should be added to any deprecated. I don't know. Let me question this. See how it works. Deprecated and deprecate generalize more efficient. Any deprecated and returning to positive integer and indices instead of true. Okay. Let me see my gender value. Birasa. Oh, okay. No, I don't see the issue behind. My gender should have Birasa should have been added to any duplicate. This is, I'm not going to delay on it. Let me ask again. I'm going to ask again to this. I know this is the German. It has many values, but has only Germany as name, as the value. How many duplicates are in the following data? The following data. Let me paste. I know everything is about Germany. Let me see. Based on data you provide, it seems that there are 100 instances of the string German, all of which are duplicates. The whole data is about Germany, which is true, but the observations I provided is more than 119. Let me ask BARD how many duplicates are in the following data. And the following data, let's see. 10 duplicates. Are you sure? You see the whole this whole data, but is telling me that there are only 10 duplicates. These chatbots are not to be trusted. They are useful, but sometimes you need to cross-check. You need to verify if they give you the correct response. You see, BARD is confusing me. It is telling me that there are only 10 duplicates. This data selected is more than 10. This is more than 10. You see, 3, 9, 3, 6, 9, 12. But it says that I have provided data with 10 duplicates. This is wrong. This is wrong. I'm going to stay there. I'm going to ask BARD to give me sample data for finance data analysis. I am requesting BARD to give me a sample data. I want to see, in case I want to have a sample data to be used, if it can cope with me, it can help me to have that sample data. Sure, here is a sample data for finance. I have date, open, high, row, close, volume, stock. This data can be used to analyze stock price of a company over a period of time. This is not bad. Let me ask the same question to ChatGPT. Let me ask the same question to ChatGPT and see what comes around. ABC Inc., ABC Corp. The data set including from 3 companies, ABC, over a span of 3 years, 2018, 19, and 20. Columns provide data and the company name. Okay, you see, it gives me data for 3 companies: ABC, XYZ, and 1, 2, 3 companies. For BARD, it gives me data for a single company over a period of time. This is not bad because I have not specified I have not provided more details about the dataset I want. Then let me ask BARD to summarize. Please summarize the above data. The above data you suggested me. I want to see if it can remember what it gave me as a reply, and it can, from that, it can go higher to interpret that data. Here are some of the things you can do with this data. Calculate. It is suggesting me how to do my summarization, but I want it to summarize it for me. But it shows me code snippet to summarize my data. Let me see how to plot my data in matplot, pyplot. This is the code I can use in Python. I'm not going to do it for you now, but this code can work. I did not check it for completeness. make prediction about future stock. This BARD, can you summarize it for me? Can you summarize the data for me? Let me ask BARD to summarize the data for me. Sure, here is the summary. The average stock price over 5 days is okay. This is a good summary. Let me check. My data is here. I have date 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 5-day stock. This is 5-day stock. Over the 5 days is the average price. It has average price. Where is the price? I don't have any price here. Okay, this probably this is the price it is referring to. Probably this one. The average can be around that. This is maybe the raw price. Okay, let me assume that to be the price. It says the highest stock price was this is correct. Let me check. The highest price looks to be 110. I have more than one count of 110. It has taken this one. Okay, let me assume that. The lowest stock price was 95. 95? Is that correct? The lowest price 95. Yes. It appears to be true. Total volume for share traded 58,000. Stock price has been increasing over the past 5 days. Stock price has been increasing over the past 5 days. It the trend volume has been increasing over the 5. Okay, 100, 100, 200, 5. Okay, this is a good summary, though I'm not checking it in the whole. The data suggests that the stock price of the company is on upward trend. However, it is important to know that the past performance is not a guarantee for future results. This is a good conclusion. I'm going to ask the same question. I'm going to ask the same question to ChatGPT. Let me see what ChatGPT has for us. Approaches for the confusion. Here's an example of data for finance data analysis. Huh. How is it? Above suggested. ChatGPT is going to for some confusion. I was intending to have a summary of this data, but ChatGPT has apologized and gave me an example dataset for another example dataset. Please summarize it for me. Please summarize the dataset for me. They provide dataset for me. Let me see if they can summarize it. Finance data contain the stock market data for 3 companies. Apple. Did it? Okay. The date of stock market. The stock symbol abbreviation for the company. The opening price. The highest price issued by the stock during the day. The lowest price issued by provide typical figures for each summary. Typical figure. I want to give me what is okay. This is good. You see, when you are dealing with these chatbots, sometimes you ask chatbot a question, it can confuse your question with another one. You need to go deeper and explain more on what you are looking for. As you see, it started saying the dataset covers a period of 4 consecutive days from January 1st, 2022 to January 4th, 2022. The dates are recorded in chronological order, allowing for time-based analysis. It includes stock market data for 3 companies. These are the companies. Opening price. Uh-huh. Okay. Conclusion says by analyzing these columns, you can gain insights into each company's stock market performance, price trends, and trading activity during the specified period. Okay, this is a um, rough summary. A chat GPT or a chatbot can give you. What I want now, um, uh, um, I want to ask. Let me see. Let me just stop by here. What I wanted to show you is these chatbot uh, can help you a lot, but you are not going to believe everything they give you, as sometimes they get confused. You ask them, they confuse your question with another one. They can also, these chatbots are improving time after time. You sometimes ask BARD, it gives you a wrong answer. If it gives you a wrong answer, you can come down here and rate it. A BARD response. This 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 rating helps the developers of these chatbots to check what was wrong, what was the question asked, and how wrong did BARD or ChatGPT respond to it. In that case, they are going to have opportunity to improve this bot, or the interactive way of these chatbots. Uh, and before asking the question to these chatbots, you need to have kind of limitation. You don't need to ask some sensitive you don't need to ask these chatbots. uh, uh, you don't need to ask them by providing your personal information, because when you provide like my ID here, my bank statement, my password and everything. Whenever you post your something here, it is like putting your bank account number, your bank account password to your Facebook, because this is a public area. These chatbots are going to be accessed by their programmers, their developers. Whenever you post, you put your personal information here, be sure that you are exposing your data, your information. You need to put something here which is not going to affect your your life. Huh? You see, whatever I have asked these chatbots, it's something public, something common. There is an incident that previously happened where Samsung employees used this chat GPT, and they provided essential data of their company to this OpenAI is a competitor of Samsung. I will share you the article of um, that incident, so you can read it for yourself. But never put your personal information in this search. These chatbots are good, but they are not to be trusted completely. You need to be cautious whenever you are dealing with these chatbots. They are good, but sometimes beware that they can confuse you, they can lie to you, they can use your personal information in against you. So beware of that, and use these chatbots um, in a cautious way. Thank you. Have a good day. See you next time.